around there down. I mean, he points the guy out, you know. Again, not in a way to be mean, but in a way to warn people. And man, in our town, there are a lot of people who don't understand what a threat Joel is, which makes him more of a threat, you know. I call him Smiling Joel, you know. Everything's just so nice, and he's always so, you know what I mean. And yeah, I call his name, you know. And some other folks whose names, need to be called from time to time. Not just because, hey, I feel like, I need to call somebody's name, but as a shepherd, when I feel like my sheep are in danger, then I do that. Titus 1:9, I must hold firmly to the trustworthy word as taught, so that I can exhort in sound doctrine and refute those who contradict it. That's part of my job description. And so sometimes I do have to name names when I see things that are becoming a direct threat to the sheep that I'm shepherding. So no, not just as a matter of course, just because you like naming people's names, but when it's a direct threat, to the sheep, names need to be named.
Should Joyce Meyer be a part of our spiritual diet?
No. No.
Why not?
Because she's a heretic. Yeah.
What makes you say that? That's harsh.
Her teaching, the gospel that she preaches another gospel. Joyce Meyer preaches another gospel. Not to mention the fact that she's assuming a role that women shouldn't assume. So no,
now you're stirring.
Yeah. So again, the gospel that she preaches is another gospel. It's the prosperity gospel, And here's what's so dangerous about the prosperity gospel. And John, I think John Piper said it best. The prosperity gospel is so dangerous because it promises exactly what our flesh wants. The true gospel says to your flesh, you must die. The prosperity gospel says to your flesh, you get to live. You get everything that you in your natural, sinful, carnal state ever wanted. That is not the gospel. That's another gospel, So, no.
Yeah, amen, thank you.
Yeah.
Do we have a place to question people's salvation? Is that fair?
Do we have
to question the people who claim to be saved, who are seemingly devout? Is it our place to call them to examine their faith?
Yes, that's different. Calling somebody to examine their faith, yes. Me making a declaration about whether or not somebody's a Christian, I can't do that. There's a few folks out there teaching that if they came to my church, I wouldn't baptize them. Not based on what comes out of their mouth, but yeah, not making that. But yeah, calling people to examine themselves based on what they're teaching. Absolutely, yeah.
So people leave your church at time. I mean, they walk out on a Sunday, sometimes having to re-examine whether they're saved or not. Is that your job as a preacher, or is that just too discouraging and too negative?
It depends on the text. I mean, if we're preaching, and we do systematic exposition, and there are some